At that moment, a nameless weight of dark sorrow came pushing down on my shoulders and chest. I steadied myself to avoid stumbling. Afterwards, sitting down with the men, I was to hear much about the inner workings of the church and their thoughts about my parents. One ex-seminarian, a respected professor, felt certain my parents would have had an ongoing sexual and emotional life together, and disclosed that he had been sexually harassed by several female parishioners when he was a young priest. I was entirely ill-equipped to contend with women and the intensity of sexual politics. There are two sides to every coin, Brendan. It was a presumptuous response. How would he have any idea of who initiated the liaison, or what took place when I was conceived? Was he saying my mother initiated whatever happened with my father? I suspected many others in this group shared his thoughts about women. Regardless, I didn't buy what he was selling. Still shaken as I drove home, it occurred to me that for 30 years I'd maintained I wasn't a victim out of sheer bloody-minded loyalty to my cherished adoptive parents. But on that day, it dawned on me that I'd been treated appallingly by my birth parents and the institution that owed the core duty of care to me, the Catholic Church. I'm a child of the era of closed and often forced adoptions, and also a member of an ignored clan of rejected souls, priests' hidden children. We are Christ's orphans. Part 1. Secrets. Chapter 1. Melbourne, 1969. We lived behind a sandwich shop that Mum ran in Bridge Road, Richmond. My older brother, Damien, and I enjoyed unfettered access to the shop out front. I was strictly a Fanta, Golden Gaytime and Cherry Ripe kid. He was Coke, Eskimo Pie and Flake. Damien was the sort of kid who'd happily talk to customers who came into the shop, while I hid behind Mum's apron. He was compact, strong, dark-haired, with rounded features. I was gangly long, all elbows and knees, with mousy hair. Though we happily spent hours together, the two of us were opposites in every conceivable way. I entertained a suspicion that I wasn't cut from the same cloth as the rest of my family, though I never said it out loud. Not only did we look different, but my brother and I also thought and acted differently. Maybe one of us was adopted. But who was the odd one out? It was 1969. Damien was 10 and I was 8. We were given the news by our parents, Roy and Bet. It was just another grey winter's Sunday morning, or so I thought, until we got home from Mass, and Bet asked Damien and me to go and lie on our beds in our shared bedroom. Our parents wanted to have a talk. It won't take long. It was before World of Sport kicked off at 11 a.m. We adored sport, so I'd make it around 10:30 a.m. Roy and Bet followed us into the room and perched together on the end of Damien's bed. We could smell Bet's roast pork, the mouth-watering aromas wafting in from the kitchen. While they'd all be gnawing on the greasy crackling, Bet would give me a head start on the apple pie. Bet did the talking. Boys, we need to tell you something. Firstly, please understand that what I'm going to tell you will never change the fact that Roy and I will always love and care for you. You will continue to live with us, and you'll always be our sons. My mother had her hands in her lap. I saw them tightly gripping the sleeve cuffs on the heavy winter's coat she'd worn to Mass. She began, Your father and I aren't your real parents. Roy stared silently at the ground. Your real parents, even though they loved you, weren't able to bring you up, so they asked the church to find a nice married couple to adopt you. Bet looked first to Damien and then to me. Do you know what adopted means? Somehow I knew she'd rehearsed these words many times. She sounded so stilted, not her usual cheery self. Without waiting for an answer, she rushed on. Sometimes, if people are poor, or they die, if they...